Hello friends, welcome to C# Intermediate to Advanced tutorial. Now you are watching the part 2 of the sub-series. Here we are going to learn about FileOpenDialog, also file filters. So that means when we click this button, we will display a FileOpenDialog, and that's all. So here we are going to deal with this button click event. So once you double click this button, that means the 3-dot button, ellipsis button, you will get the click event for the FileOpenDialog. So for FileOpenDialog, we already know that the instance name we kept it as DLG FileOpen. Here we are accessing the filter property. So this filter property is useful to set the filter for the FileOpenDialog. So it's simply a string, and if you see, first we kept bitmap files BMP, then with a pipe symbol we separated the extension type. Extension type is star.bmp. So this is one filter. Next, we set other filter also. Here we set other image files, and extension we set it as JPEG. So this is second filter, and third filter is the txt file. So txt file star.txt, then we separated that with a pipe symbol, then we kept star.txt. So this one is the third component, I mean the third filter, and fourth filter is the general one to open all the files. So first we set filters to the DLG FileOpen. We haven't yet opened the file. Once you set the filter, user can use this drop down arrow key, and in the drop down arrow key you can see all the filters appearing here. So that's the first filter, other image file. So this is the second filter, JPEG, and the txt file here we are testing. This is the third one, and the fourth one is the all file. And if you see, let's take one particular stuff, bitmap files star.bmp. Then we also specified star.bmp within a pipe. So all these stuffs are appearing here as the filter. Now let's say user selected this one or picked this one from the combo box drop down. Now FileOpenDialog will show only the txt file. Let's assume user selected one txt file and then they clicked open. So what happens? The return value will tell whether user clicked OK or they clicked the cancel button. So this one is ShowDialog is set to show the dialog, and the call, I mean this particular call is a blocking call. So the code stays here and displays the dialog. User will browse through the file system and they can pick either BMP, JPEG or txt file. This one we kept it on purpose. So yeah, why you will see later. To learn something else, we kept this all files. Alright, so let's say that user clicked this filter and they selected a text file and they click OK. So that means when they click OK, the dialog will dismiss and the control resumes from here. and the dialog return value that we are checking here, dialog result.ok. So this tells that user actually picked some file and they clicked OK. Otherwise, we will get a different constant returned by this ShowDialog. First, let us look at the dialog here. If you see, this is the FileOpenDialog, and this portion is the filter portion, and this is zoomed out here. Once they click, it will expand and they can filter a specific file type. Alright, after filtering a specific file type, user may pick one file, then they click either open or they can even click cancel. So the dialog result.ok stands for they clicked the open button. That's all. So once user clicks open, then we will take a necessary action here that we will see in the next video. Here in this video, we are just dealing with the open file dialog. First, we will set the filters. Then we will make use of ShowDialog. Dialog will be shown. User will make use of the filter and they navigate to the file system freely. Then they pick any one of these file. Then they click open. So then we will end up here. Now let's go to the demo and we will implement this first portion. So in the last video we talked about this dialog design. Now we want to show the open file dialog when we click this specific button. It's a button instance. Name is btn file open. You can either double click or you can switch to the event tab, then double click on the click event. So if you double click here, it will automatically add code for or a handler code for a click. I mean the skeleton code. So in this click event handler, we are going to show the file open dialog using DLG file open component, which we already dropped to our form. Open file dialog, it will be available from dialogs group. So the components are same even if you use a later version of Visual Studio. Here we are using Visual Studio 2005, but the concepts are same. Alright, now so we already created the event handler, and from form, if you double click, it will go to that event handler. First we will set the filters. So this we do before opening the file open dialog. If you need more filter, you can concatenate the string as shown. Then you can set the filter property for the file open dialog. After this, we will show the dialog to the user. So ShowDialog is the method which will open the dialog, and that will be the blocking call. Once user dismiss the dialog, we will return back. So once user dismiss the dialog, we want to know how they dismissed the dialog, by clicking the OK button or by clicking the cancel button. That we check using this constant dialog result.ok. If you want to see the other constant, these are all the other constant. Cancel. Okay. So these are all the quickly used dialog constant. So here I am using OK. Alright. Now we will run and see how the file dialog open works. Okay, now we will click this ellipsis button. So I copied some file to the demo folder. Temp1. If you see here, there are 3 files when I have the filter star.star. One is log file, another one is txt and jpeg. So if I click bmp, it doesn't show anything. Why? Because there is no bmp file on that folder. jpeg, there is one file and sunset is showing. txt, there is one more file, sample.txt. So now if I click open, the code will land up here. To test that, we will put a message box. So it states OK is selected. Now we can test it. I'm selecting JPEG. So it shows OK selected. Now I am displacing the dialog. So when we talk about the form design, I mean in part 1 we talked about the form design. That time, okay, I will pin it here. We talked about two property, right? One is read only checked and another one is restore directory. So if you remember last time I opened a file in a directory called G drive temp1. Let's try that whether it is restoring the directory. So at present I'm in G drive temp1. I am cancelling it. Now if I reopen, it will restore that specific path. Let me set it to different folder, G drive temp2. There is no file in here. Let's create one text file. Now if I open, you can see it still remembers temp2. So since we say to restore directory to true, it defaults to that temp folder. I mean the previously opened folder. That's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.